It's Wednesday, November the 2nd, 2016, and this is your Barbados Today Evening Update. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Thanks for joining us. Topping the news at this hour, Attorney General Adriel Brathwaite was put on the spot this afternoon by the President of the Prison Officers Association during the annual General Conference, resulting in Brathwaite asking the media to leave the compound in which the event was taking place at Dodds Prison so he could privately respond. Association President Trevor Brown was at the time reciting a litany of apparently embarrassing issues at the St. Philip Prison, including the non-payment for work done, lack of appointments, and contentious deduction of money and vacation days.
Recently, my colleagues have been making appeals to me that their vacation days are being deducted without any consideration for a sabbatical. This has resulted in severe burnout as a result of working in a highly stressful environment for an entire year. The prisons have also deducted monies and vacation days from officers, and in some cases they have even been told that they can receive no vacation for a year. Now, how can this be? An officer in such a stressful environment is being told he can't get vacation. Is this legal?
Environmental health officers have pledged to give their full backing to industrial action tomorrow in support of their colleague and the president of the National Union of Public Workers, Akanni McDowall. After meeting with them at the union headquarters this morning, General Secretary Ralston Smith said McDowall must be reinstated to the senior acting position he held within the Ministry of Health, and the junior officer who replaced him must be removed. Without spelling out the exact nature of tomorrow's action, Smith said while the strategy was being executed in phases, a total call-out of its thousands of members could not be ruled out.
And we see it from such a serious position that the gravity of the action will dictate the resolution to this matter, because it will have implications for all and some government also. So that's how serious we are about this matter. We will leave no stone unturned, because government has to recognize that they have made an error, and we will not allow them to go unpunished for that error.
Opposition Barbados Labour Party candidate Dr. William Duguid says he will not be sidetracked by recent charges made by his former dental and political colleague, Dr. Maria Agard. In an interview with Barbados Today yesterday, Agard openly challenged Duguid to tell the people of Christchurch West the real reason why he had packed up his bags and abandoned them back in 2009, while suggesting that he simply did not have the stomach for opposition politics, following the humiliating defeat suffered by the BLP a year earlier at the hands of the now ruling Democratic Labour Party. However, Duguid, who had stated at the time that he was migrating to Canada to be with his family, totally sidestepped Agard's challenge today.
I am just going to remain focused on serving the people of Christchurch West. As you know, the conference was about being focused and being ready, and I will just remain focused on my service to the people of Christchurch West at this time.
Dr. Duguid, I hear you, but there were a number of charges made by Dr. Agard.
I'm not going to add any further response.
Meanwhile, a former Democratic Labour Party candidate for Christchurch West believes Duguid still has some answering to do to the people of that constituency. However, while some may be anxious to know why Duguid picked up his bags and left the constituency in 2009, Peter Barra, who was defeated by Duguid in 2003 general election, said he was more interested in finding out why he even bothered to come back. Government's troubling fiscal deficit for the financial year 2016-2017 could now turn out to be smaller than previously predicted. Minister of Finance Chris Sinclair told a Barbados Statistical Service workshop this morning that this is because the deficit for 2015-2016, which was previously reported at 7% of gross domestic product, now has been revised downward to 5.8%.
We reported, for example, based on the preliminary data that we had, that our projected deficit for 2015-16 over 2014 was 7%. It has turned out now that the Accountant General has finished his analysis and his report was so published that the deficit was actually 5.8%. Now, of course, in a place like the United States, where they review statistics all the time and change them, and nobody keeps any noise about that, because they are mature enough to understand, in a society such as ours, when you do that and you have to make changes, having now gotten fuller, more complete information and able to audit it, then people say that you are fidgeting with the statistics and changing them to suit a particular narrative. And we need to move away from that level of understanding and reaction to how statistics work.
In sports, West Indies batting coach Toby Radford says the plan is for the team to play its natural game on the final day of their test match against Pakistan in the United Arab Emirates tomorrow. Radford, who praised Craig Brathwaite and Shane Dowrich for applying themselves and remaining at the crease at stumps with only 39 more runs to win, said they just need to continue in the same vein tomorrow.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
This Christmas will be the best Belgian Christmas for we. Maisie, it is all because Republic Bank just like Santa Claus. Maisie, fix up the kitchen and a new TV we getting. A special time to commemorate. Republic will help you celebrate.
Get ready to celebrate 50 years of independence right through to the best Bajan Christmas ever with a Make It Happen loan of up to $50,000 from Republic Bank. Give your home a good old Bajan spruce-up, buy some new furniture and appliances, or take an after-holiday trip to visit loved ones over and away. You could also be one of our lucky winners to share in fabulous prizes. Just visit any branch to apply. Go to republicbarbados.com or call us at 227-2700. We're also available via Skype and FaceTime. Special conditions apply.
In Bajan style, it will be great with Republic Bank.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
We're back with news from the region now. Legendary Guyanese-born entertainer Eddie Grant, who lives in Barbados, has etched his way into history in Britain by immortalizing a famous market street in Brixton, London. Royden James reports from Georgetown.
Electric Avenue, and then we'll take it higher.
The song Electric Avenue was inspired by the 1981 Brixton riots. The opening line says, "Down in the street there is violence." The song was a hit in the United Kingdom, the United States, and many capitals of Europe. The real Electric Avenue served as an entertainment hub and shopping destination like Sheriff Street in Georgetown, where shoppers in London bought African, Caribbean, South American, and Asian products. The authorities in London pumped £1 million sterling into making Electric Avenue in Brixton a landmark of the city. And Eddie Grant, who immortalized the street with his song, was the guest of honor who switched on the lights in the renovated Electric Avenue on October 17. And who received a first-class welcome at the event told Nightly News in London that he was proud to be part of such a historic event.
It gives England another thing to sell for its tourism plant, and it also is good for the future of the country and London.
And on the international scene, police in the U.S. state of Iowa say they have arrested the suspect in the ambush-style killing of 2 police officers. Both were sitting in their patrol cars when they were attacked. Speaking at a news conference, an emotional Sergeant Paul Parizek of Des Moines Police said his colleagues appear not to have stood a chance during the attacks, for which the motive was unclear.
I can't even begin to talk about how bad this is. Shortly after 1 o'clock, the law enforcement community here in the Metro Des Moines area lost 2 officers. It started about 1:05 in the morning in Urbandale. Officers responded to reports of shots being fired in that area. The first officers to arrive on the scene found a police officer, an Urbandale police officer, still seated in his vehicle, and he'd been shot and killed. About 20 minutes after that, officers were in the area attempting to help the Urbandale officers figure out what had happened, see if we could identify a suspect. One of our Des Moines officers found a Des Moines police officer seated in his vehicle at an intersection. He'd also been shot. In all appearances, it looks just like that these officers were ambushed. On the surface right now, just like I said, we're just a few hours into this. It doesn't look like there was any interaction between these officers and whoever the coward is that shot them while they sat in their cars.
That's news and sports, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. Also subscribe to our e-paper email updates and like us on Facebook. We are also on Izumi Media in bus terminals or screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you, as well as Channel 99 on Flow TV and Mix 96.9 FM. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Have a fantastic evening.